Hey, this is David. Today we're going to show you how to examine and clean the venting on your Electrolux electric dryer. If you're experiencing symptoms like your dryer taking too long to dry clothes, a burning smell, or excessive lint around the dryer, it might be time to check or replace this part. Before we dive in, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more helpful appliance repair guides. Let's get started and make your dryer work like new again. With over 2 million products in stock and the know-how to help you do it yourself, we are AppliancePartsPros.com. For today's work, we'll need a Phillips head screwdriver, a multimeter, a flathead screwdriver, a 1/4-inch nut driver, a drill with a square drive bit, a small 2x4, and a shop vac. And also, please remember that safety comes first. Always disconnect your electric dryer by unplugging it or turning the breaker off. Whenever the subject of long dry times come up, most people automatically say, hey, I looked at my vent and it's okay. Nothing has changed since the day it was installed. Well, that may be true, but the most common issue when long dry times are investigated is poor air movement, whether it's from a restricted vent to a clogged blower housing. Cleaning out your vent is a cheap fix for a dryer taking too long to dry. Let's take a look at your vent. Unless you have a ventless dryer, you will have a vent coming out of the rear, side, or even the bottom of the cabinet. Attached to the dryer should be a rigid metal duct system that moves the air outside. We don't recommend the vinyl or foil venting material due to its ability to collect lint and its flammability. It is also recommended that you have some type of cover on the outside to keep critters from crawling up into the vent and building nests. I have pulled bird nests with eggs out of the back of the dryer vent. Now that we have the proper material for the vent, we want to have the shortest distance possible to get outside. And outside means outdoors, not under your house or into a crawl space, which is a fire hazard. Make sure the venting behind the dryer is not smashed or too long. Don't coil up 10 feet of the vent behind your dryer. Make it as short as possible. Your dryer may also creep back over time and smash the vent. Cut some 2x4s and put them behind the dryer cabinet to keep that from happening. Now that we've covered the outside venting, let's look internally at what could cause long dry times. Room air is drawn into the dryer cabinet through vents. The air is then pulled across the heating element and is drawn into the drum, where it causes the moisture inside the clothes to be released in the form of humidity. The humid air is drawn out of the dryer through the lint screen and into the blower housing, where it is then expelled out of the dryer vent to the outside. This is why when your dryer takes too long to dry, you notice that when you open the dryer door, the clothes are hot and damp. It is because the moisture in the drum is trapped and is not being removed from the drum. It has nowhere to go. Start by removing the 2 screws on the back panel and lifting off the lid. Up front, there's a screw on each side of the metal bracket holding the console in place. Take those out and set the whole console off to the side. Prop the dryer up with a 2x4. Tilt it back just enough to get underneath. Down at the very bottom, you'll find 2 screws. Get those out. Back up top again, pull the 2 screws from the upper corners of the front door panel. Gently swing the panel forward, unplug the door switch connector, and move the panel out of the way. Next, remove the 2 screws holding the control board plate to the front bulkhead. Then remove the last 2 screws holding the bulkhead. Lift the bulkhead straight up and off. Reach in and release the drum belt. Slide the drum out of there. Use your shop vac and clean out as much lint as you can around the blower wheel. Now slide the drum back in, resting it on the rear rollers. Reach underneath, loop the belt around the motor pulley and idler, and make sure it's seated properly. This can be very difficult if you've never done it before. If you need to, go to the back panel and remove it. You'll have a better view of the pulley and the belt system. Lift the bulkhead back into position and set it down into the mounts. Reinstall the 2 top screws to secure it. Up top again, secure the control board plate back to the bulkhead with its 2 screws. Grab the front panel and reach down to plug the connector back in and swing it back into place. Run in the 2 screws at the top corners. Tilt the dryer back and using the 2x4s, reinstall those 2 bottom screws near the base. Then line up the console and reinstall its bracket screws. Reconnect the 2 console wires to the control board. Now drop the top panel into place by sliding it forward, then fasten it down with the 2 rear screws. Ensure your lint screen is clean and free from holes or tears. Turn the power back on at the breaker or plug the unit in. Nice work getting your Electrolux electric dryer vent cleaned out. Hopefully the process went smooth and your dryer's breathing easy again. We'd love to hear how it went. Drop your experience in the comments below. And if you ran into any damaged parts along the way, just head over to appliancepartspros.com with your model number. Most parts show up in just a couple of days, so you're not stuck waiting around. Thanks for letting us be part of your repair journey. We'll be here when you're ready to take on the next one.